My name is Katie Penner, and welcome to Changing the Sales Game with AI and Personalization. Now, before we dive in, I want to introduce myself. So, my name is Katie Penner. I am currently the head of sales development strategy and enablement at Sendoso. And my title is a rather fancy way of saying that my main priority is to help not only our internal team with strategy, but I also help our customers' teams implement and adopt a sending strategy to break through the digital noise and to capture the attention of their buyers in the most efficient way possible. So when I help our internal team, especially when it comes to being efficient, it's requiring exploring a lot of various AI tools to help us in being efficient. So I'm excited to chat with you all about that today and share some tools and plays that we've used that have really helped. Now, if you're not familiar with Sendoso, Sendoso is a leading direct mail platform. We essentially make it easy for our customers to send virtually anything to anyone, anywhere in the world, whether that's personalized items, branded merchandise, e-gifts, or virtual experiences. We've got you covered. Now, a little bit about me personally. I currently live in Houston, Texas. I just added a sweet little beagle puppy, Louie, to our family. And I'm a mother to two children, Riley, who is 7, and Archie, who just turned 1. When I'm not working, I am either serving on my daughter's PTO board for her school, cooking, or hanging out with my kids and dogs. With that, let's dive into a quick agenda so that you all know what to expect from this session. Now, I do want to preface this session by admitting that I am in no way an AI expert. However, I am constantly trying to educate myself and my team and to become more in tune with current AI trends to ensure that our team is operating as efficiently as possible. So during today's session, I want to cover my view on AI and personalization and where I believe AI can best fit into the revenue process. Then I want to highlight some of our favorite AI tools that we're currently utilizing as a revenue org and share some successes and plays that we've used with each to hopefully inspire you to do the same for your org. Then we'll get into what the future of Sendoso looks like with AI. I personally believe it's more important than ever to drive engineering and revenue alignment. So, fully understanding what's going on with your product and how AI is shaping the future. Then we'll get into today's takeaways. And with that, again, thank you so much for joining me today as we discover how to leverage AI to drive more efficient revenue teams and learn about some tactical AI tools and plays that will help you engage prospects on a deeper level, boost conversion rates, and close deals with more confidence. So let's dive in. I first want to share my opinions about the future of AI and how it will affect sales organizations. I'm sure that we've all heard the narrative that AI is going to replace all salespeople. However, human to human connection is actually more important than ever. So AI should be leveraged by revenue teams to make their efforts more efficient, not to replace them. That being said, humans that leverage AI will probably end up outperforming those that don't. My good friend, Will Allred, the co-founder of one of my favorite AI tools, Lavender, said, "What does it say about the quality of our work if AI is replacing us?" And it really struck a chord with me. People in AI bring different strengths to the table. AI tools are incredibly accurate and fast, but they aren't empathetic, sensitive, intuitive. And that human to human personalization is actually key to standing out today. A study by Gartner reported on the percentage of customers that expect companies to be well informed about their personalized information during an interaction. That number is 71% for B2C and 86% for B2B. So customers don't just want personalization, they demand it. And while technology plays this significant role in modern sales, it should never overshadow the human element. Using tools like CRM systems, automation, and AI to do things like streamlining processes, gathering insights, and to help us personalize our communication is necessary. However, we have to always remember to infuse a personal touch in our interactions, to balance that efficiency with authentic human connections, to create a more seamless and memorable experience for our prospects, our clients, and our customers. Personalization influences buyer behavior. Marketing leaders cite driving buyer engagement, completed purchases, brand loyalty, and deepening buyer relationships as the top reasons for pursuing personalization. And you may be wondering, does personalization actually have a significant impact? And a study by McKinsey found that companies that excel at personalization generate 40% more revenue from those activities than average players. So, how is our sales org at Sendoso leveraging AI tools to make us way more efficient while also maintaining that human element? The first tool that our SDRs and AEs leverage is Lavender. Lavender is an email assistant that leverages the power of AI to provide things like real-time email scoring, personalization assistance with insights into what type of email your recipient is most likely to respond to, along with ChatGPT and KDAI that help to compose an email with just a few bullet points. My team really loves this to get a starting point email that they can work off of. On the right side of the screen here, you can see example of insights that Lavender provides someone when they look me up. This says that I am a social proof seeker. I am procedural. I am calm. Then at the bottom, it says that I am good and approachable with everyone internally and externally. I prefer to follow rules and procedures. And my motivation stems from the impact that my decisions can have on my organization. So here you can see the do's and don'ts when emailing me. Do talk about refund and cancellation policies. Use phrases like others say or zero risk in, we've seen proof of, and focus your pitch on the impact that you could help me have on my org. Now, with the don'ts, do not use phrases like there might be, we haven't yet, latest technology. Avoid saying anything that sounds like a risky proposition. Don't don the salesperson avatar, be the friendly advisor instead. And let me tell you, these insights are spot on. It's like you are reading my mind. So Lavender has helped our team go from 2 to 3% reply rates all the way up to 18 to 26. And that's dependent on the persona that we're reaching out to. It's also helped us to cut down the time spent on these, manual email outreach significantly. Now, another tool that we're leveraging is Bard AI. Similar to ChatGPT, Bard AI provides detailed information about prospects and their companies using simple prompts. Our AE org at Sendoso loves to use Bard to learn important information about a company from things like their 10K and 10Q reports. This makes it incredibly easy for reps to quickly understand what their prospect sells, who they sell it to, how they sell it, and what their upcoming priorities are, and how Sendoso can help them achieve those goals. Now, here on the screen, you can see some of the prompts that we leverage. Things like, according to company's most recent 10K, what countries and regions are an important focus? Or simply, give me a summary of company's most recent 10Q. Give me examples of recent company advertising campaigns. And Bard spits out a very concise explanation of that information. We provided our team a HighSpot kit that explains how to leverage Bard AI in account planning to help engage in value discussions and recommend solutions designed to meet that specific buyer's needs. We also utilize Gong. And of course, everyone probably knows that Gong records sales calls, but it also provides really great insights so that we can uncover things like pipeline risks and identify winning behaviors. We can do things like highlight deal warnings. Is a buyer ghosting us? Has a deal gone untouched for a certain amount of time? Is this deal only single threaded? Gong also does a great job of summarizing calls and highlighting keywords, reporting on how many questions were asked by the rep versus the prospect, and tracking next steps. 6sense's intent data has been an absolute game changer for our revenue org. Understanding where buyers are in their journeys allows us to strike while the iron's hot with our prospects and to understand exactly what keywords are triggering their interest so that we can cater our messages to those specific individuals. Our reps know where to focus their time and energy by seeing in real time who is showing intent and who has an interest in buying. My team and I have actually created sequencing that is broken down by things like whether the buyer is above the line or below the line, which, ATL buyers are typically your director and above. They're more concerned about the financial return on their investment. Whereas a below the line, a BTL persona, that director level below, is typically concerned with the features and benefits that your product offers. How are you going to make their lives, their team's lives on a day-to-day basis easier? Then we looked at whether that individual was in a 6sense stage of purchase and decision. We grouped those together, or consideration and awareness. Someone in purchase and decision, it's safe to assume that they are actively researching your company, your competitors. So we needed to do a really good job of differentiation with people in those buying stages. And with those in consideration and awareness, we needed to do a better job of educating. What is a direct mail platform? Why should it matter to them? What results could we help them achieve with gifting? Then finally, we segmented by persona. So for example, sales versus a field marketer, right? Our value prop is different for those personas. And by segmenting our audience in this strategic manner, we were able to deliver automated sequencing that seemed tailored to the recipient. That led to a significant increase in response rates while ensuring that we were able to maintain volume. Now, I want to dive into the future of AI with Sendoso. And I'll harp on this fact, but why is this important to a revenue org? And that alignment between engineering and revenue, I think, is going to only become more and more important as AI takes a more front seat in the way that we do business today. So, one of the really exciting ways that we are going to utilize AI as a company is to automatically generate puns and gift messages that our customers can use for the gifts that they are sending. This is going to help our customers quickly determine the right message to send and tailor it to the recipient. Now, we have tested the effectiveness of including puns in gift messages with all sorts of different personas. High value C-suites to individual contributors, marketers versus engineers. And everyone loves a good pun. So this pun generator will help our customer team save time when creating effective messaging to go along with their gifts. And why should this matter to a revenue org? Because this is a selling point, right? We need to understand how our product is going to make our customers' lives easier so that we can better communicate that throughout the selling process. And in the future, AI is going to be leveraged to provide a more intuitive user experience for our customers, guiding them through the process of selecting, customizing, and even sending gifts on behalf of the customer. Our engineering team is utilizing an OP stack. So that's an AI plus a vector database. For those of you unfamiliar with an OP stack, OpenAI has this huge information database as it's essentially trained with the entire internet. Therefore, when you ask it questions, it has a tendency to hallucinate at times. So adding a vector database with a tool like Pinecone gives AI a memory layer to avoid those hallucinations. And in preparation for this presentation, I had the honor of chatting with one of our brilliant engineers, Chima. As he began to show me a chatbot that he and his team are developing, he showed me a chatbot that another company in the gifting space has. We gave the chatbot a simple prompt. What should I send someone in college? And their chatbot narrowed down to categories that it believed to be relevant, such as education and technology. Of course, any narrowing down of options is helpful. However, as we scrolled through the options, we saw things like educational toys made for children, not exactly for college students. The gifting assistant bot that our team here at Sendoso is building is much more intuitive in comparison. You can give it a prompt like, what's a good gift for my calorie conscious friend who loves cheesecake? And the bot will suggest a cheesecake sampler so that they can indulge in a portion controlled manner. But that's not all. You can also give this bot the prompt, send name@company.com, a gift meant for someone who is calorie conscious and loves cheesecake. Then this gifting assistant bot will find that cheesecake sampler gift, compose the note card for you, and complete the send. It will complete the entire send process for you after being given a simple prompt. This is going to be absolutely game-changing for our prospects and customers. A smart AI tool that they can trust to not only select a highly curated gift, but to also complete the entire send process. It's incredible. So by communicating with our engineering department more regularly, our revenue org is becoming more empowered to speak to the product roadmap and to what customers can expect in the future. This has enabled our revenue team to close more deals with more confidence than ever before. In the future, we can also utilize AI to optimize operations in our SFC, our warehouse. Things like inventory management, shipping logistics, and other operational aspects to ensure timely deliveries and to minimize cost for our customers. We currently utilize AI for things like order waiving, right? Attaching inventory to orders based on shipping timelines. We also utilize it for rate shopping, finding the optimized fulfillment option that gives our clients the best cost, and performing quality audits. But in the future, we can see Sendoso utilizing AI to help route orders to the most optimal fulfillment center based on capacity, time, labor cost, inventory availability, and outbound connections. We can also see using it to track inventory and consumption levels, to generate recommendations on send trigger dates while factoring in shipping methods and costs predicted by AI. And finally, utilizing AI to analyze transactions to prevent things like fraud. As Sendoso looks to expand, AI is going to become this integral part of our fulfillment optimization on behalf of our clients. And ensuring that our revenue org has a deep understanding of what our engineering team is developing with AI is critical to communicating these things effectively. Predictive analytics will also be huge for us. Sendoso will be able to feed historical data to AI so that AI can make recommendations to our customers based on what other companies similar to them are sending, what sends are the most successful for what stages of the sales cycle that their prospect is in, and more. We'll also be able to provide more personalized trend data for individual users that will add a more detailed layer of tracking and understanding success of various direct mail campaigns. Now, with all of that being said, if you walk away with nothing else from this presentation, I'd like you to walk away with this. If you are in sales or sales development, the time to take a deep dive and to learn more about AI is now. Educate yourself, ask your engineering team questions about how AI is currently being leveraged at your company, how they think AI is going to be leveraged in the future, and do things like continuing to learn by attending webinars like this. Like I mentioned earlier, people who leverage AI will begin to outperform those that don't. So make sure that you begin leveraging AI and exploring AI tools and offerings to ensure that you and or your team become more efficient so that you can focus more on things like building relationships with your prospects and customers. So thank you again for your time today. I hope that this was helpful.